Howdy, folks, and welcome back to RWBY Reactions. Rookie and Bowden reacts to RWBY.
Hey, I'm back.
She's back. Yes, we will do the Camp reactions eventually, once we figure out our schedule again. But we're back. RWBY is back, Volume 8. Just a little bit of a heads up if you're familiar with the reactions on this channel, the RWBY reactions. I'm changing them up a little bit this year. If you've been watching my other reactions, you'll notice that I've changed the format a bit, which is that I use kind of an extreme fair use copy now. I am well aware, please just check, that Rooster Teeth allows full copies of the audio and video to be included in reactions. I totally know that, but I'm not going to do that. So don't freak out. Don't tell me, hey, you don't need to cut it up. Okay, I'm going to cut it up because also, if you're not a content creator, you don't know that as soon as you upload Rooster Teeth content, it's immediately blocked worldwide. Now they have a process in place. I've done this, guys. You don't need to tell me. I've been doing this for years. They have a process in place to appeal that, and then they unlock it, and they do eventually unlock it. The problem is when they started doing this a few years ago, they would get it done in a couple days, and now it's like, man, whatever. It may or may not get done. Sometimes a lot of people get it done in 2 days. Some people get it done in 2 weeks. I've had a couple of videos that have lingered, and I've had to contact support and all sorts of things to get it unlocked, and I just don't want to do that anymore, guys. So we're going to do an extreme fair use version, which is basically what that means is I'm not going to skimp on any reactions at all. If Michelle has a reaction or I have a reaction, we're going to include it. You're going to see it. But if we're just staring at the screen and listening to the dialogue, you're not going to see it because you've already seen the episode. You don't need to watch the episode along with us. So it's going to be cut up a bit, and if we want to talk about something in the middle, we're going to pause it. I know that's a dirty word to a lot of people who watch reactions.
Ooh, dirty.
But we're going to pause it, okay, and talk so that, one, our reaction is fresh. What we want to talk about is fresh. Our ideas, our thoughts are fresh. We don't have to take notes. We won't forget it and talk about it later on.
Fresh.
We'll talk about it as it's happening, and we won't miss anything. That's why we pause it, so that we can say, oh, did you see that? Blah, 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 blah. And then we resume it and we keep going.
That's annoying.
Okay? Not annoying. It's annoying to some people. It's not annoying to me. I prefer when reactors do that because then I get to hear their thoughts. And I don't have to say, oh, you missed that. You just talked right over that. Oh, why'd you talk over that? You know, I don't want to do that. So that's the format. That's what's going to happen on this channel. I'm sorry. If you don't like that, then just don't watch or unsubscribe if you're a subscriber. I honestly, I don't make a living off this. That doesn't bother me that much. But I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like what we're doing, and I hope you like our comments. This is mostly our reactions as they're happening. They'll be included, and our discussion. That's the whole point of this. And we're going to watch the whole thing, and we're going to enjoy it. I hope. So anyway.
I hope so.
You ready?
Sure.
RWBY Volume 8. We just quickly scanned the end of Volume 7 to refresh ourselves about exactly what was going on.
7 years since I've seen it. So.
It's been like a year. But here we go, Michelle.
Okay. Bow, bow, bow. Hey, I've done that hairdo sometimes.
They're just flying up. How do you think Neo's going to react to seeing Salem?
Oh, shit!
Because Neo's never seen her, right? Neo knows nothing about Salem. And I presume she's going to meet her. You think that's going to freak Neo out at all? Do you think Neo's going to maybe go,
yes.
You guys are too
shit
freaky?
Crazy.
You guys are crazy? Maybe? You think so? Do you think Neo has any redemption capability? Do you think she might join the good guys
You think she'll say her first word?
Oh, I don't know. But if she does, you know who should be voicing her?
Meg Turney.
No, Casey. Meg already voices somebody. Anyway.
Continue.
Oh boy. Neo's like, do I have to get on my knees?
That you wouldn't possibly return to me empty-handed. The relic of knowledge Ironwood's knows.
Ooh. You did not. And she can't speak up for herself. Well, she probably could, but I don't know. Do you think she's physically a mute? Like she cannot speak, or do you think she just chooses not to speak?
I don't know.
You don't know? I guess we'll never find out unless she speaks, right? She's mad though.
Outsmarting the general speak. I do hope this little one doesn't become another.
Hmm.
You certainly do enjoy collecting assets.
Yeah, speak of the devil, there they are.
Cinder.
Ooh, what do you think of the uniform or the costume changes?
I didn't even notice.
You don't notice that they both have different, well, I mean, they're same color schemes really, but she's more mainly white now in her color scheme. Whereas I think she was a different color, brown or green before, mostly. But he's basically gray and black, but it's different. They're definitely different.
Don't remember
You
what
don't
they
remember?
looked like before.
I know, it's been a while.
So devoted to someone so
He's changed too.
incompetent.
Power will be mine.
Yeah, I was going to say, that power will be mine. No, you don't understand, dear. That power will be mine. You're just my vessel.
I've given no such command. This game is not yours to win, Cinder. It's mine.
Of course.
If Cinder knew the long game Salem is playing, where, I mean, Cinder might think, well, I'm important. She won't like dismiss me or get rid of me. But she doesn't understand. Salem has been around eons, right? She's immortal. All humanity was wiped out. Then they re-evolved, and she's been around for potentially millions of years. She's been around a long time, right? Cinder doesn't understand because she doesn't know her backstory. So if Cinder knew, she'd be much more cooperative and less speaky-uppy. Like another young lady I know.
Not young.
That's going to be our guys, right?
Need a lift?
Yep. Robin's people.
Yeah, I see you.
Fiona, do you copy? We need transport from Sector 3 to the crater.
Copy.
That was Caden, right? I think that's Caden's voice. Because I know Caden plays one of them. Can't remember which one. But Caden does play one of them, I know that.
I know, but I don't think that's her voice.
Okay.
Really,
Aw.
Nora?
Long story.
No more secrets, Oscar. Tell them. Doesn't matter that it's a long story. Tell them what happened.
I get the feeling there's been a few of those tonight.
You're not going to tell them.
You and I aren't done talking yet.
We're never going to sleep again. I just know it.
Either you're helping, or you're baggage.
We need to do what we can for everyone. What about Amity?
Question for you. Do you think those two in the poster are significant?
Hmm.
Do they represent something? Or someone? Or is it just background art? I'm curious. I bet you it means something, because remember the poster of the Achievement Hunter guys? I mean, it's going to mean something. I just don't know what it is.
We need to get out there and do it.
Have to get into the compound somehow, then get inside the operations room, and then... Oh boy.
Atlas is only Salem's current target.
I don't know if you've noticed, but Lindsay is continuing to mature Ruby's voice. Have you noticed that? It's getting more like a grown-up voice. It's still got a hint of little girl, but it's very mature. I think she's doing a good job.
She's not hiding anymore, and once she's done here, she'll move on to the rest of Remnant.
That's something we can actually do.
But
They're
this
flashing
isn't
back to
about
something.
just Atlas. It's about
Friend
all
to-
of Remnant. They need to
Gang
know in
sign?
Vacuo.
Yeah, he did, but they keep flashing to this other time. Is it in the future? Is their discussion with Pietro, is that the past? Or is that the future?
Yeah, because they're all grouping together versus how they're arguing with each other.
Okay, so you think that these shots we see where they're not talking, where they're doing things, is after they've decided to do something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Seeing how they planned it, that's why they're going off in
Okay.
groups.
Okay, let's see. I probably on board with it. Let's see.
In Mistral, in Vale,
No,
what's
pick Ruby.
coming?
Yeah.
So they can prepare.
Go by the pharmacy. I was developing some new tools for you all before this happened. You're going
That's
to
what
need
this
them.
is.
Nora?
Oh, General Ironwood is calling.
heroes will be on your hands.
Wow. I mean, again, like with last season, I understand where Ironwood's coming from. Our team has got this optimistic view. Like, if we believe hard enough and we work hard enough, we can achieve it. Ironwood has been doing this for years and years and years, and he's like, I've tried, and it's not going to happen, and we need to save ourselves. I mean, I can see where he's coming from. I don't agree with him, right? But I can see where he's coming from, right? I mean, they both have different... They're on the same side. They both want to stop Salem. They just have different thoughts about what has to be done to do that and how they can save people. Oh, their leader's dead.
Could you give us the room, please?
I'll be fine.
You think they're boning?
Think what? Think they're boning? Is that what you just said?
Yeah, you can cut that.
No, I'm not cutting that. I'm leaving that in entirely.
Oh, damn it.
I don't think they're boning, Michelle.
Oh, okay.
I think I still to this day believe that Ironwood was boning Goodwitch, because I know, but it really read as that to me, but other people are like, no, that's not true.
And Crow's Ruby's dad.
Oh yeah, well, whatever. We'll get there eventually. No, I don't think they're boning, Michelle.
Oh, okay.
I think that would have made their her being his lieutenant sort of a little weird.
Hey, you never know.
Never know.
Should happen.
But she doesn't have like an artificial limb. She didn't lose a limb.
Just a brace.
Oh, it's a brace. Okay, but he got a replacement for his arm, his forearm, that he ripped all the skin off. Either it's a replacement or it's, again, a covering or a coating. One or the other. I won't nitpick and say you don't salute with your left hand, but...
Just play.
Just play.
I don't know what I would do without you.
Yeah, they're both.
I've never... No one has ever seen a Grim Force this large.
Are you that scared of what
That just put him over the edge for me. Up until this point, I was like, I can see where he's coming from. I don't agree with him. But he just killed a councilman who disagreed with him. The councilman wasn't even saying, I'm gonna stop you. I'm not gonna let you get away with this. He was just saying, what are you doing? Are you crazy? He just wanted to argue with him. And he shot him. So I'm sorry. I think I get the sense that the showrunners knew that there were people like me who were like, I can kind of see Ironwood's way. And they were like, oh, we didn't convince him well enough that he's horrible. So now they had to make him horrible. Oh, well.
Bring him to me.
Who's she talking about, do you think? I have a guess.
Husband.
Yeah, Oscar. Whoever he's trying to get a scent off this thing, so whoever was holding it last, I guess. But she may not realize that Ruby was holding it. So maybe the Grimm's actually going to home in on Ruby. Either way, she won't. Yeah. Oh my God! In this volume, is Salem gonna apprehend Ruby? Is Ruby gonna be a prisoner, like her mother was? I don't think it's ever been confirmed, but I think everybody's kind of speculated that her mother was a prisoner of Salem. New intro. The old and the new. That was a little flower petal, wasn't it? Ooh. Oh, wow. I want to look at that again, frame by frame, and talk to you about some stuff. Not frame by frame, but section by section, and talk to you about some stuff, Michelle. What do you think about that new intro?
Cool.
It's cool. So, as with every new intro, the music hasn't worked for me yet. I never, except the very first, like 2 or 3 volumes, I never immediately go, oh, that's cool music. Usually like, oh, that's really weird and different. I have to get used to it, but I will. So they got the curfew in effect and flashing back and forth here, showing like before and after sort of effects here. And Ruby's getting kind of confused. They're showing before and after, which they continue, I think, as a theme. To see that when they get to each individual person here on the team, they show them before and after. Forgive her yawning. She's just really tired because she just got off a long day of work.
Sorry.
So you get RWBY. That is beginning of volume 3, RWBY. Beginning of volume 3, she's standing at her mother's marker and talking to her mother, remember? And then this is, of course, volume 8, RWBY. That's almost a shot for Weiss from her trailer, her character short. Remember where she's practicing with Winter in their courtyard at home? Kind of looks like that, which means it's technically from before volume 1. And of course, Black Trailer. There's Black Trailer. Actually, not Black Trailer Blake. Sorry, that's intro to volume 3 Blake. In the intro, she's sitting on a rock, and then it flashes out and it shows you Adam. Remember? It pulls back, it shows you Adam.
She's my favorite.
Huh?
She's
your favorite. I know she's your favorite. That is.
This is why.
I know. I'm just trying to place if we've seen this shot before. I don't know that we have. Because this is before volume 3, because she's got both arms. Is this from the character short? I don't remember the scene from the character short, but I think the timing is about the time of the character short, where she's practicing with RWBY before volume 1. And then we don't get anything early from him, but we get his Atlas going up into flames, basically. I like how they transition from the team, and then they go right to Crow, and he goes to Robin. The loving couple, the soulmates.
Thanks.
Don't think of their ages as real people, but I mean the fact that they're the soulmates from eternity. All their weapons, but Jean, I keep waiting for something to happen to Jean, don't you? When is he going to really shine?
I thought you were going to say, when is he going to die?
No, I don't want him to die. I think he's actually... My theory has always been, one of my crazy theories about RWBY is that he's going to turn out to be really important. And I think it was hinted at with Tyrion saying, you do interest me, remember? From Volume 4? Yeah, well, there's a scene in Volume 4 where he says, you don't interest me. And then he sees John and he says, you do interest me. I had thought he was going to be important before that, but that kind of added weight to my crazy theory. But I'm waiting for something other than just his semblance. We've unlocked his semblance. It saved Weiss. He's able to amplify everybody around him. He's able to amplify Ren to hide an entire train. So he's really important. He's got important abilities. But he's not important to the story yet, right? To the overall, to the big picture. I think he plays an important role in the big picture. And I keep leaning off to the side. I realize I'm out of camera. I'm waiting for him to be part of the big picture. I think it'll happen at some point, and this might be hinting at it. I mean, I know it's just a segue into his team, and these two, obviously, they're trying to signify that even though Ren and Nora, thank you for slamming that down. No problem. Even though Ren and Nora express their love for one another, how much they care for one another at the end of Volume 4. And they kissed in Volume 7. I think they're just trying to say, again, they're going to jerk us around and not let them be a couple. Because they're showing them looking in totally different directions, right? And being sad. They're both sad. But she turns towards him, but then that transitions to something else. The new costume for Winter. These two. And then here... Mom and Whitley. I was going to think of his other name.
Shitley.
Yeah, but is Dad in the picture here too? Did we see Dad? No, just Mom and Whitley. Interesting that it still looks like Watts is going to continue to kind of be a puppet master for Pietro, or Pietro is going to be a puppet master for Watt. But they're basically at odds. They're on either side of the mirror, right? They're just trying to show that they're at odds. I like that. And then in the case of, that's interesting. It's almost like that penny back there is the old penny, and this is the new Penny, and the glass is breaking, the mirror is breaking. Like, she can't go back. She's changed forever. But did you see the pedal?
His father saw the pedal.
Do you think that is a reference to Kira?
I don't know.
Because it's not as red as the normal petal, the rose petals or whatever that reference Pyrrha, but it is a flower petal flying past the team. You would think that would be a reference to Pyrrha.
Never happened.
It never happened. Ruby Chibi. Yeah, this is deep to me. That look that Neo is giving her. We already saw it in the first where she tried to take credit for Neo's work. But Neo's giving her that look like, you're a piece of crap sort of look. Like she's going to betray her. And of course, Emerald is still trying to be her best friend. But everybody thinks that Emerald's going to flip at some point and be on the good side. I don't know. She might. Maybe her and Neo together. That, her Cinder grabbing her arm and in flames and in pain, her grim arm, implies Ruby's going to do the Silver Eyes thing again against her to help fight her. The other relics come into play. We know that, but it looks like we might actually get a hold of it. Somebody's going to get a hold of it. Of course, they're falling into despair. But the light.
The relic.
That. This is important. I know this is important. We talked about it earlier. See the Grim coming up and grabbing
Yeah, but
Ruby?
the light is the relic.
I know. I understand that. I understand that the light's the relic. I just meant that it's symbolic of even though you're falling into despair, there's some light that you can see coming to you. Except she's now being grabbed by the Grim. Now, there was an earlier intro where Crow was being grabbed by Grim, and it turned out it was the you remember the farm? I think it was in Volume 6. It was the farm, remember? With the Grim that made everybody really tired, remember?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it turned out to not be symbolic of Salem, but I think this is symbolic of Salem. I think Ruby's going to get captured by Salem. Maybe at the end of the volume. Maybe that's how the volume's going to end. I think she's going to get captured by Salem. That's my prediction. And that is from the very first bit of Ruby we ever saw. The Red trailer. It's symbolic of the Red trailer. I know it's not from the Red trailer. It's just symbolic of it. I think it evokes it in my mind. So anyway, Michelle, to sum up.
Oh boy.
What do you think of this episode? This intro to Volume 8. What do you think?
Pretty legit.
Legit? What else? Give me some of your thoughts.
Pretty legit. I don't know. Now that I can... What's his name? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Give me a description. I'll tell you.
Ozpin.
Okay.
Ozpin is in Oscar now.
Ozma, yeah.
Dang.
Well, they're all in there, including Ozpin.
Yeah, thought that was cool.
Right, because they're talking to each other again, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which they did at the end of Volume 7 as well. The very last
Yes.
thing they did was them talking to each other.
Yes.
Did you have a favorite scene in this episode?
No.
Not enough Blake. Your usual complaint. I really enjoyed the reaction Neo gave to meeting Salem and getting to see Emerald and Mercury, which we hadn't seen for a season. We saw them at the end of Volume 6, and we never saw them in all of Volume 7. And now we see them again. I like that, and Hazel. And Hazel got a new outfit as well. So I like that bit quite a bit. The rest of it's just setting up for stuff. Them talking about setup and stuff. So, looks like it might be kind of interesting. I was shocked that Ironwood shot that guy. And I can't help but think it was kind of something like a plot convenience or something written to try to say, you guys are too stupid, you don't realize how bad he is, we're going to make you understand how bad he is, he's going to kill somebody in cold blood, sort of thing. And I know he shot Oscar at the end of Volume 7, but Oscar, he knew Oscar wouldn't die. And Oscar's immortal and all of that, so it's a little different than just shooting a councilman in the head or whatever he did. They did it off camera, of course, but so that was a little bit shocking, and also a little bit kind of like, I don't know if you should have done that, but you being the writers, not you being Ironwood. I know he shouldn't have done it. So anyway, I really enjoyed it. Hopefully Michelle will be here next week and not fall asleep. She's really tired. Thank you, Michelle, for coming.
No problem.
All right. See you next week.
Hold on. Bye.
Catch you next time.